What's it up, baby? Y'all didn't know. Big boss out, boss dog, cake poke through the dope. Hit the top to the box. What's good with y'all? You on this way to work? Actually, I'm running behind. I was at the Astros game yesterday. Astros lost, but I'm gonna go back today. We're gonna see if they're able to when they fight. Win this game and go to the World Series. I know last year it was crazy downtown. So we shall see what they do. Today. Hopefully they can pull it off. If not, it is what it is. I want to point out something, man. I've noticed this thing in boxing that certain fighters that certain people like, they make excuses for them, right? And then the fighters they don't like, they hold them to another standard. What you talking about, boss? Lomachenko, right? I just want to point something out. Basically, Shakur Stevenson, right? Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's really paying any attention. Nobody's really harping on that. It's just kind of like, oh, he didn't want to fight Shakur? Okay, cool. He didn't want to fight Shakur. Somebody said, oh, he's supposed to fight George Kambosos next year. That's why. Bro, ain't no excuses, bro. You know what I'm saying? He fought Devin Haney. He lost, right? Some people make the argument that he won that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got to keep it 1,000. Some people feel like Devin Haney lost to Lomachenko, right? So, why not fight Shakur? Think about that. He's a young, hungry lion. You're a vet. You can come back, fight him, you beat him. They let everybody know that you still that guy. You still, the top name at that weight class. But it's okay for him to duck. But then when it comes down to Frank Martin and Devin Haney, they get all these jackets thrown on their name. Oh, they ducking Shakur, or Shakur calling them out their name. He didn't call Lomachenko out his name. These are the things that I'm talking about. He called Frank Martin out his name. He called Devin Haney out his name. But he didn't call Lomachenko out his name. I don't hear anybody talking about Lomachenko ducking Shakur. So let me be the first to say this. Lomachenko is ducking Shakur Stevenson. Period. That's just what it is. Now, this is kind of equivalent, right, to Terrence Crawford. What you talking about? Manny Pacquiao, when he was on Top Rank, right? Terrence Crawford wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. Terrence Crawford let it be known he wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao for the longest time. They were in the same weight class. A lot of times, the Manny Pacquiao would move up, and then Terrence, would be in a weight class under him, and then Terrence would move into that weight class. But he's always expressed, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao. That's the fight I want. And he never got it. And it seems like they're doing Shakur the same way. This is why I say, when these people be trying to talk about PBC, I be like, Top Rank neglected Terrence Crawford from getting a top fight with Manny Pacquiao, who was signed to Top Rank for the longest time. I think they were on the same network for over 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Somebody put it in the comment section. I'm off the head with this. But it's like, it's cool for, that to happen. Nobody got nothing to say. But when it comes to a black fighter or anything like that, jackets get put on their name. These are the things I talk about in the sport of boxing. Right? Now, Shakur Stevenson, I feel like, ducked Devin Haney. Right? And then he sent a low ball offer to Frank Martin. Right? The same low offer that he claimed that Devin Haney sent him, but he didn't accept it, but he want Frank Martin to take that offer. That's ludicrous. You know what I mean? But that's a whole other conversation. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, as fans, we got to fix this in the sport of boxing. See, these fighters, yes, they make the sport of boxing. Without these fighters, there's no boxing, right? There is no WBC, there is no WBO, there's no WBA, there's none of that without these fighters, right? There's no IBF, IBO, there's none of it without these fighters. We just got to be real with it, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. We got to be honest. We got to be honest, we got to be fair. But as fans, we got to hold these fighters accountable. Boss always gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? We got to hold these fighters accountable. When they trying to paint a narrative, you know what I mean, and play these politic games, or, you know, they ducking and running for some smoke, we gotta call that out in the sport of boxing. We can't sit here and allow this stuff to happen and just make it seem like, oh, it's okay. It's not okay. You know what I'm saying? It's never okay to politic. That's what Loma doing. That's what Bud doing right now. He politicking. You know what I mean? These are the things I talk about in the sport of boxing that has to be corrected. That's why Boss Hog Boxing Channel was created. To eliminate narratives. Because in the sport of boxing, you see too many people putting jackets on people's name, and then, you know, that narrative becomes a thing. If you say it long enough, it becomes a narrative, right? And that's the issue that we're running into. But I will say this. Lomachenko is ducking Shakur Stevenson. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.